I want to talk to you today about one of the most common fears that hold us back from creating a life that we love or creating a purposeful venture designed to make the world a better place. And that is the fear of failure. You know, this is something that I was riddled with for just so many years, whether it was, being afraid of communicating my thoughts in a meeting at work because I was afraid of looking like a failure, or trying something in my business because I was afraid it wouldn't work out, or even just thinking about launching a business in the first place because I was just looking at the massive failure rates and just feeling discouraged altogether. This kind of mental frame, or it's not even like a hack, it's just like a way of thinking about failure that's really helped me find a sense of freedom from it. And I hope it will for you as well, because if you're here, then it's possible that you have been thinking about, taking your idea publicly, or, really being bold and putting yourself out there to transform what you've been through into a vehicle or a vessel to support the lives of others and to create some fulfillment and freedom for yourself. But you feel held back by the future prospect of it not working out, and whatever that really looks like, right? Now, to just tell you a little bit about my journey before I dive into this, because the reality for me is that, I felt like I was a failure for such a long time, Firstly, seeing my parents get divorced when I was 18, and then realizing that they had done so, that they had stayed together for my own benefit, and they had stayed together for about 15 years since the prospect of divorce was brought up when I was 3, made me feel like I was a failure for creating so much resentment and tension and even hatred between my parents through their marriage. Not to mention, just going through university and perhaps just failing to get into the degree and the career that my parents wanted me to pursue in medicine, and then plunging deep into substances to cope with anxiety and depression, and then having a brush with the law and getting pulled over by the police and getting sent to court. Man, so many reasons that I could point to make me feel like a failure. And so I felt like failure followed me around my entire life, which really made me feel really hesitant and apprehensive and really scared to, take my story and my experiences and my expertise and try and wrap it up into a business or a project to help others. I was like, man, nothing's really worked out in my life so far, so why would this? And I think what really helped me get over that was kind of seeing it as a game, right? I think the more that I started to perceive life through the lens of it being kind of like a video game, the less pressure I put on myself. And a really great, way for you to simulate this video game and liberate yourself from this fear of failure is just to think about yourself as a character in like a first person shooter, although it could be that, but just a game where you're like controlling a character, and notice that you might die, you might make a mistake or go down the wrong path, have to fight a baddie or a boss and then not make it, but then you actually respawn and you've learned about something about how not to fight or combat this character or this villain or whatever it might be. I'm speaking very generally here. And then you kind of get these like mental cues like, oh, okay, I know not to go down this path the next time I go through this map. I know to kind of try this move instead of the other move, which got me killed last time. So you have unlimited lives in this game. And I liken that to life because if we're talking about entrepreneurship or, pursuing your dream or really transforming your adverse experiences into a project, into a social initiative, into an impact-driven venture to help others, you're going to try things and they're going to fail. Like, it's just inevitable. The reality is, though, you're not going to die. You actually get lives. You get learnings and you get lives. You try something, you run a marketing campaign, it doesn't work. You learn from the data and then you try again. You put together you hire someone for your team, for instance. You have a really good feeling about them. They made a really great impression on you in the interview. And then it turns out that they're not particularly competent or, seem to have a very poor attitude, which influences the performance and the culture in a negative way. And you're like, damn, what a failure. Not really. You've actually learned, you've gotten clearer on your preferences when it comes to hiring, and you've gotten clearer on what kind of values you want to look out for when you're, holding your next interview. You're really just in a process of constantly redirecting course, documenting these learnings so that the next time that you try again, you're more informed. You're actually more well-equipped and inspired to make a better decision and not die because you won't die, especially within this context that we're talking about. So that's been pretty helpful for me. I mean, I don't know, is that helpful for you? Let me know. This just came to mind today, and I know it's something that a lot of people struggle with, but starting to get a deeper appreciation for life and noticing the similarities and parallels with video games and just how we really live in a very intelligent system and structure which is working for us and is supporting us by giving us these lessons through the form of challenges or obstacles or problems or setbacks or failures, which unlock a piece of knowledge and wisdom so that we can thrive the next time round that we try at whatever we're trying. So I hope that was helpful for you. Let me know what stood out to you and what fear of failure you might be struggling with at the moment. Drop a comment below. If you know someone who's struggling with fear of failure, hey, send this to them. Maybe they're a video game player. Maybe they can really relate and find some comfort and relief from this video. Look, if it was valuable, give me a like, give me a subscription, and hit the bell button so you get notified each time a video comes out. I'm pumping these out daily. Let's see where this takes us. Thanks so much for being here and just for joining me on this journey. Big love. Have a beautiful day or night ahead.